Hi, my name is Miracle, and the point of this video is an introduction. It's an introduction of who I am, obviously, and my goals and aspirations of this channel. Or my goals and aspirations for this channel. So I have a few things written down, but I want you guys to understand who I am and give a background of who I am. So my name is Miracle. I'm not going to give you my last name because I don't want too much information about me on the internet. But my name is Miracle and I love to go by Miracle. I just recently graduated high school and moved out of my Nana's house recently, about give or take 5, almost 6 months ago. I moved into a very close friend to my birth mom. And with that being said, moving in with Kathy is the lady's name. Moving in with Kathy, it's been great. It's awesome, real nice, real easy, real smooth. She's not very much on me, which never been a problem. But with me being here with her, I will admit I've taken a lot of advantage of being here with her. Because when I first moved in here with her, she had like an approach of, you're always welcome, you're welcome to anything in this house, you're welcome to be here for as long as you want. And I've taken advantage, I will say that. And so the whole point, my goal was to move here with her, get a car, have a consistent job, and move out eventually. With me being here, she doesn't have me pay any bills, which I've never had very good money discipline or any type of discipline, honestly. So with me already having problems with that, yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is, because I don't have very much discipline on handling my money or how I handle myself, or, as an 18-year-old who just graduated high school, who was also adopted by her Nana, it's a little difficult. So, the point of this is, so I wrote down a few of my goals because I also have I have a lot of problems speaking how I feel, or talking about how I feel, or putting things into words, of how I feel when I'm talking to other people. Excuse me. So I've written down a little things that I need to work on for the year of 2026. And also, I feel like I'm flying by the reasons why I'm doing this channel. The reason why I'm doing this channel is to help myself grow mentally and physically in life, as someone who is dealing with life as I go, So a lot of problems that I've had with basically moving out by myself and pretty much living by myself. A lot of problems that I have is that the fact that I don't pay bills, I don't have bills to pay, so I have problems handling my money. Anytime I see something, I buy it, or see something I want, I buy it. So I'm a little broke, I'm not even gonna lie. But who isn't in 2025? And let me not say that. I'm just trying to make myself feel better. But I am broke. So, these are some goals, or these are some things that I need to work on for the year of 2026. So the first thing is budgeting. I don't know the first thing of budgeting, but I definitely want to get into it. I definitely want to get into it more deeper to understand all of it, all the ins and outs of budgeting, the credit cards, all of that. So that's top of the list, budgeting. And right under that, saving. I should have that as the top of the list, honestly. It definitely needs to be highlighted, so I'm gonna highlight it right now. Because saving is another thing that I do have a lot of problems doing. Like I told you guys earlier, anytime I see something, I buy it. So therefore, I have no type of savings. So building this channel, I feel like I'm trying to build this channel while I'm low, so that while I keep on going and keep growing, I can see it, you know. Okay, and then right under saving is consistency. I feel like I have no type of consistency. I can't keep doing something over and over and over. I don't really know why. Like going to the gym, I say I go to the gym, go to the gym, keep going, and then I stop. And then it's like never go back again for the next 5 months. And then I go back, and then stop again for the next 5 months, you know? So definitely with consistency. Also, along with consistency, I'm a very messy person. I will not show you my room, but under my arm, I feel like you can see a little bit of the picture of what's going on. It's definitely more cleaner than it is, that it has been for a while, but definitely with consistency on staying organized is what I need. I need to learn how to consistently stay organized so that I'm not losing a lot of my stuff, and I know where a lot of it is. But staying organized is definitely one of the things that I definitely need to work on. And I feel like that's along with consistency. Okay. Time management. I don't have very good time management. And I think this is one of the reasons why I constantly get fired. That's another thing I have really good consistency with is constantly getting fired. I constantly get, well, let me not do too much. I do not constantly get fired, but I mainly do get fired because of attendance, but because I'm late a lot of times because I Uber to work, and Uber is not guaranteed, you know? So, time management, definitely something that I need to work on, like at work and at school. I haven't started college yet, but I am starting it next year. Not next year, I'm starting it in the spring, and I definitely don't want time management to be a problem, because it was a problem when I was in high school. So I want to try to work on it in the real life, in the real world where I'm working, so that when I get to school, like, time management and organization and being consistent doesn't mess with me, you know. Building a healthy routine is definitely something I need to work on, because I don't have any type of healthy routine. I will be honest, I'll be real, I'll be open. Sometimes I do skip brushing my teeth in the morning, and then when I get home I feel disgusted and I'll brush my teeth. But I do sometimes skip. So with that being said, that is something that I need. A healthy routine. And that's something I'm actually learning more. I feel like I'm getting a lot better at. Not with just brush my teeth. Okay, not with that. But with like skincare and, you know, I never had any type of skincare. As you can see, my skin is not that bad. Or it's never really been bad. But with being consistent with that, and also taking like vitamins, things to keep me healthy, keep me thriving, you know? So, that's another thing I need to work on. Self-care. Definitely. We just talked about that. Need to work on. Okay, mental wellness. That is something I can get real deep in, but it's something I'm not going to get real deep in. At least not right now. But I will say a few things. As for mental wellness, I know that is something that's going to be really difficult for me to work on. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But it's something I need to work on. We're going to skip that because that's not really necessary. Setting clear goals is something I need to work on. Because I have goals, but they're not very clear. Like, I have goals, but they're not. Like, are you going to go after those goals or what, you know? So when I set the goals, I need to be putting in the effort to get those goals and accomplish them, you know? And I just set the goals, but I don't do the work to accomplish those goals. So I need to be able to set those clear goals and work towards those goals. That's what I need to work on. Obviously, building strong habits and routine is really big on something I need to work on, especially if I'm trying to start a channel now. Definitely something I need to work on. Improving on adaptability and resilience. Okay, this is something I do need to work on. Dedicating time and hobbies, and dedicating time to hobbies and passions. So this is also like trying to dedicate time to yourself, to myself. When I get to work, I get home and I sleep. I don't have nothing to do after work. I just sleep. So I need to be able to find things that I'm interested in and go out and do those things. So, along with doing this channel, I'm going to try to do a lot of things that's out of my comfort zone. And that's including meeting a lot of people. I don't have problems meeting people, but I've never been good at it. So, sorry. So that's another thing I'm gonna do, is try to find what I'm interested in by doing a lot of things that's out of my comfort zone. And then maintaining strong habits. I need to get out of these bad habits. That's another thing I should put down. I need to get out of bad habits so that I can start a good habit and maintain that habit. So, to do that, we're just gonna have to start. We're gonna skip that. Oh, okay. Goals for 2026. There's not very much because I have a lot of goals. But a lot of the goals are very unclear in whether or not I still want to do them. But I know one of them is to be able to get my own apartment before the end of the year. Okay, so the first goal I put on here earlier was maintaining a solid balance between work and school, because I already know that's going to be something that I'm going to be struggling with a lot. I'm not going to want to go to school because I'm working a lot. And it's like I can't quit my job because that's the only way I'm making money. So which one am I not going to go to? Work or school? School. But that is something that we got to keep going. We got to keep doing, because we don't want to be working these warehouses jobs when we're 30 or even when we're 25. By that time, we better have a big girl job and a soft girl life. Yeah. Another goal is building a savings and an emergency fund. I don't realize the importance of having an emergency fund. And in my emergency, well, I feel like I do realize it now, but an emergency fund was something I should have built when I first got my first paycheck, maybe the first 2 paychecks, because there's a lot of emergencies I'd be going through. Having no money and for an Uber to get to work, that is terrible. So that's something I really should have built before I got anything. It is 1 a.m. right now. Well, it actually might be 2. It is 2 a.m. right now. Yes, it's 2 a.m. right now, and I couldn't go to sleep because I've seen a lot of reels and was like, this is something I need to do. Okay, so with that being said, prioritize physical wellness. One of my goals is not only be able to be consistent with trying to maintain my mental wellness, but also physical wellness. Because I'm not a big girl, but I'm heading towards it. I'm getting really close. DoorDash is my best friend. DoorDash is my sister. DoorDash is everything to me. So that is something I definitely need to work on. And I've always been interested in just going to the gym. People that go to the gym, they look so... I can't find the word for it, but they just look so... I can't find the word for it, but I wouldn't say they look happy, because there's a lot of reasons why people go to the gym that are not good reasons half the time, but they help get that, you know what I'm saying. But yes. Another goal that I have is to get deeper in the Bible. I've had this Bible that I have has been given to me like almost 2 years ago, and I've opened it a few times and read a few verses. But have I done that this year? I have not. So one thing I do go to church every other week because it's kind of difficult with my kind of schedule. But at least I'm trying to make time to go to church. But I need to start making time for myself and making time for God. I need to also sit there and try to check up on myself every now and then. Do little days for just for me. I need to keep my phone on do not disturb. I need to protect my peace. And honestly, that's the whole point of this account, is to protect myself mentally. Get my own permit is something I recently just put down when I just now, because that is a goal. I do not want to be here with Kathy forever. And it's not that it's a bad thing to be with Kathy. Kathy's a good person and I love her so much, but I feel like this is something where I just need discipline, and I just need to like push myself out in the world and give myself that hard life for a little bit so I can pick it up. Because this is not very hard. I still have a lot of things that I love. I have everything that I want around me right now. Or everything that I've ever wanted around me right now. Okay. So, yeah. I have everything that I want around me right now. A roof over my head, including a bed. A roof over my head, food in my stomach, 3 meals a day. A warm, hot shower, hot water, a bathroom to myself. Like, I have everything I could have ever asked for as a person who's not living with my Nana anymore, for my main provider, let's say. So, yeah. And then those are my goals for 2026. And then here are some content goals that I have for 2026. Build a consistent posting schedule. So today, well, technically today's Monday, but it was Sunday an hour ago. I thought about this. So I will try my best to try to stay consistent on posting videos every Sunday. Even if no one's watching my videos, it's never mind for me. I mean, it is, because that's how most people make money, but eventually people will see my videos and eventually I'll make money. I am not in too much of a rush because of the straight fact that I do have a main money source. But yeah. Experiment with different types of content. Right now, the content that I'm really going to experiment is just days in my life, get ready with me, or come with me, you know, that type of content, just about me. But like eventually when I get my own place, I want to spread my content out and experiment, they say, and growing my own personal brand and improving editing skills. I don't know anything about editing. I think we had an editing class in high school, but I was in it for like 2 days, left after that. But yeah, so those are the goals that I have that has to do with this channel. Now, with that being said, this is where I'm gonna be very vulnerable. At least I will try, because I'm gonna try to keep this as public as possible. But this is Life with Miracle, and follow with my journey. Bye.